and we're thankful for the Navajo people who voted. I'd like to introduce to you, and we're glad to have this morning our new Nantanis, Johnny Hajogo. We're starting this new dawn of a new day here in Winter Rock, and we're thankful for it. I introduce to you Navajo Nation President-elect Russell Begaye.
Just want to say yate, and just really, I know people out there are finally relieved that they had a chance to vote and cast a vote and get a new president for Navajo Nation and a vice president, because this is what people have been wanting to see and wanting to do. And so I just want to say that I want to say thank you to the 41,184 of our people that cast a vote yesterday, whether it was for Shirley Benally or for Begaye and Nez. And so we just really appreciate the people getting out there and just voting. And it was really good to see that the people that came out to vote during the primary and those that came out to vote yesterday is about the same number of people that came out. And so so none of our people refrained from voting. They just came out, and I believe that because that they wanted to see a new president. They wanted to demonstrate what it means to vote and cast your vote and have your voice heard at our here at this level. So, thank you for voting, coming out and demonstrating that. And for Jonathan and I, we really we want to see this nation move forward. I mean, there's just no question. And our people are ready to move forward. And the biggest thing that we heard out there on the campaign trail is that people saying, we need a new leadership. We need a new we need a new direction. We need a new vision. And so that has been our emphasis. That has been something that we pursued and something that we stand for, and it's something that we are. And so it's really naturally, it's just who we are naturally. We don't have to work at it. It just comes out, the fact that we want to see something new take place. So we appreciate that. And that's what we'll be doing the next 4 years. And also, we've really been surprised in many ways. The number of people out there across the nation are Navajo people that are educated, that have high position, that are well accomplished, that are saying, what can I do to help? I want to use the skills that I've acquired, the education that I have, and the experience I've achieved to come and help you guys move the nation forward. And so that has really been just a really a good news from our people out there. So people want to return back. And I was talking to one person, and I knew this person made six-figure salary and high position, very influential position. And so I figured, well, most likely this person will say nada. I'm not going to go back because I like security and I like what I have, what I'm doing. But the person said, I want to come back, and I'm willing to take a pay cut, and I'm willing to just come and help the nation move forward. And so we have that kind of Navajo people out there that are willing to lay aside all of those types of things and just return. And they want to help because, they were raised here. They left our nation, went out there, got educated, and achieved the things that they're doing now. And they just want to come back and help us. So that is really a great thing. And also, just all the chapters being involved in the election, the people that went out there to vote, it is just, I just want to say, so I just want to congratulate the people that went out and voted. I saw grandmas on wheelchairs going out and going and voting. I saw grandmas with cane walking slowly, making their way into the chapter house so that they can cast their vote. And it was just, and I saw it all across the nation, is that people just wanted to get out there and just vote. And so again, thank you. And I also want to say thank you to Joe Shirley and Dineh Benally for the efforts that they put and their team, because they've been there before. They've been there 8 years and accomplished the things that they've accomplished, and things that we enjoy today, and things that we will remember them for years to come. And so they put their mark on Navajo Nation, and so we just say thank you to Joe Shirley and his past administration and what they've done. And so they know the nation inside out, because when you serve as a council delegate and then come into the president's position, you really get to know all the things that moves the nation forward. You get to know what it takes to move the people forward. And so they've been there, and I will probably and I will go to them and ask them for advice and for direction even, and ask them questions about things when we get to certain situations, because they have knowledge that is invaluable. And anyone that has served at this level, they acquire knowledge and expertise that you need. And so when I talk to Dr. Peterson Zah, I get that from him. When I talk to him, I get information that no one else has, because he served as president of the Navajo Nation, and that's a unique position to have. And so I will treat Joe Shirley the same way. Is that to go to him and ask him for advice, and because of the knowledge he has acquired. So I appreciate his service to the nation, and I know that his continuing service to the nation and his role as the county supervisor in Apache County, and the people depend on him for his leadership in that role. So I appreciate that, and also Paul Shanale. I tell you, it's really a great honor to have a person that has the experience, that has the education, that has the knowledge that Jonathan Nez has. It is really a privilege for me to serve with him. And in the 22nd Council as the Vice Chair of the Budget and Finance Committee, and now as the Chair of the Budget and Finance Committee, it says a lot about an individual to have that kind of trust given to you by your colleagues, especially in the council. And so with that, I want to just introduce Benally and say a few words. And I tell you, he's to think at 28 years of age, serving as vice president of his local chapter, and at 31 years of age to be elected as a first-term council delegate, and to have done that 3 times, and then to also served 2 terms as a county supervisor for Navajo County. That's really phenomenal. And so it's just that we cross paths at the right moment, at the right time, and it's going to be a real blessing for the nation to have a vice president of this person's stature. So I'm looking forward for the next 4 years to serve with him, and we're going to work very closely. I know because of our relationship with council members and the whole council, that we will have a really good, strong, close working relationship with our Natanis in the chambers. So we're looking forward to that, and we've had ongoing conversation and had good support from them over the last 4 years. Those I've served with, and then those that I've gotten to know that are now in that office. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to seeing new people come on board with us at the division level. Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General, the Controller, and all the other offices that we're looking at. And so I just want to introduce to you Jonathan Nez, Vice President, Navajo Nation.
Good morning, everyone. And for us, like we said on the campaign trail, we're off and running. We got up this morning. Appreciate some of the council delegates being here. We were in a meeting this morning, so for me it was already back to work, 7:30 this morning, and ready to help out and empower the nation. So it's good to see my colleagues here. We're looking forward to the next generation of leaders and I see them with us today. And those of you out there, I just wanted to also say thank you. Thank you to the Navajo people. This is your office, these two positions, the highest positions on the Navajo Nation. Your office, and with your vote yesterday, I believe that we are reunited once again to move forward. Unity, healing, and harmony for everyone, and to build our nation, to continue making it great. So I wanted to say thank you, and also for the prayers too. I know many people didn't vote out there. Some are not able to vote. Some are too young to vote. But I know as a Navajo people, we value our spirituality, and a lot of prayers in the morning from young age to our elders. And that's what moves this nation forward, is our prayers. So Navajo people, thank you. As my Nelly said, I took a long time and a lot of prayers to move in this fashion. I grew up as a little kid in Shanto, Arizona, playing around in the little stream of Shanto while everybody was in the chapter meetings. Never did I realize I would be in this one of the highest positions on the Navajo Nation. So for that, I want to say thank you to my Nully, bestowing upon me and looking towards true unification. And that's why I said yes to this campaign. I believe in Russell Begaye, his vision, his leadership, and I know that we will heal and move forward as a great Navajo nation. The other thing I wanted to also mention is I wanted to say thank you to President Joe Shirley Jr. as well as Dineh Benally for their advocacy as well for their Navajo people. We've learned a lot through this campaign at the local community level. A lot of people. We were out at the community level. Sometimes we were there at your community way too many times, but we wanted to listen to you. As you always notice, my Nully's always carrying his iPad around, and he's always typing away, meeting. And I have to always say to the people, he's not replying to emails or texting anybody. He's writing down your concerns, And that's what I appreciate about Mr. Begaye. Everywhere I went, all the concerns is written down. And so, I think with his advocacy, we're going to be able to do a lot of changes for the Navajo Nation. But as I always said through the campaign, we can't do it by ourselves. We need your help. We need the Navajo Nation people's help. And I think with your help, we can do great things for our Navajo Nation. And I believe in each and every one of our Navajo people. We're great, resilient people. We went through some hard times way in the past, not as extreme as what we're going through now. But we went through some hard times, but then we persevered. We'll move forward from this as well, from these election issues, the division, and again, it's time for healing. It's time to unify and to get to work for our Navajo people. So, with that, I appreciate each and every one of you. And our door will always be open. But I think we won't be here in Window Rock all the time. We'll be out there at the local level, because a lot of people said come back and come back to our communities. And that's what we're going to do, is go back to the communities. And I know with the help of the council, they got great vision. They just need to come back together and put the plans in place. I know a lot of plans have been moved forward by the council. under the leadership of the 22nd. Benally and I were on the 22nd, and then the 23rd as well. They got great ideas, and we just need to continue to move forward and unify these plans and have one plan for the nation, one master plan. You know, not legislative, not executive, not judicial, but one plan for the Navajo people. And that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, and then there's a lot of things that we have done throughout the campaign, and it's very humbling to see the support from last night. People say it was a low turnout, but I don't think it was a low turnout. It was a great turnout because Navajo people voted. And that's what our ancestors have fought for, that the Navajo people vote. And that's what happened last night. And so I appreciate again the voters for bestowing this responsibility on myself and Benally. And we're looking forward to great change in our area. You know, we have only 3 months, maybe a little bit over 3.5 years. So there's a really time crunch, but again, we campaign out there. We're ready to rock and roll, as we kept saying, you know, for our younger generations. We saw, as Benally said, we saw elders come in. I saw some young people out there that were going to the ballots, going to the boxes as well, and they are hopeful for change. They're looking for leadership, and I'm sure the Navajo Nation employees as well. You know, we have campaigned hard for the Navajo Nation employees as well. You know, they're just longing for a true leader, someone that they can follow, someone that they can empower them. And I see Benally, Russell, Begaye doing that. And, you know, that way they're able to appreciate their work, appreciate what they do, and from Benally and I, we appreciate our Navajo Nation employees, even though sometimes they get ridiculed. But you know, there are times that we need true leadership in these executive directorship. That's where the leadership really comes from. And so we'll be continuing our interviews. A lot of people put in applications. Some young professionals, some Navajo professionals that are still on Navajo that we're not given that opportunity. But we're looking forward to looking through those, and it's really encouraging to see a lot of these professionals. We have professionals throughout the world. I'm going to leave you with this. We have council delegates here. Some of us followed us to Washington, D.C. for our budget, BIA budget talks for FY17. And we went over there, and there was a lot of Navajos over there in Washington, D.C. You know? And we're like, oh, you don't recognize some of these guys. So we go, hey, that's how then? We go, oh, I'm from Black Mesa. Oh, what division do you work for? I don't work for a division. Well, where do you work? Oh, I work for the Western Region in BIA, or I work for this tribe over here, or I work for the federal government. I said, what? Why are you guys working out there? We need your help on the reservation. And they say, well, we were. The door wasn't open for us. You know? We were overqualified, underqualified. You know? Throughout my campaign, I kept saying that. You know, I went through it myself, and I look at Russell, and I think, you know, and I really truly believe Russell will again bring that opportunity back for our natives that are out there to come home. As he mentioned, some of them they don't mind taking a pay cut, but their heart is there to help move the nation forward. So with that, you know, Russell, I appreciate you, and I thank you for doing that.
Let me just say a couple more things that we will almost immediately pursue. One of these is to bring together a task force, a group that will relook at our election process, and we should never have gone down this road, and so we need to fix that process. And I don't know whether it's going to be a large overhaul or just tweaking the process a little bit here, but definitely needs to be looked at and discussed and debated and reviewed, and put a new process that is fair to everyone, that will not eliminate or ostracize voters and people out there that want to be involved in our Navajo Nation's government. And so, you know, when you've gone through this, you know there's something wrong. You know there's something that needs to be really looked at. So we need to revisit our election process and make sure that it's a fair process. Make sure that it honors every vote. Make sure that it honors all the people that participate and want to participate, and especially the upcoming generation. You know, when they want to be recognized, they want to participate, and they want to be a part of a system that really that respects them and respects all voters. So that's one of the top priority, I believe, the council, the president, just the nation to address. And so we'll ask different ones that have those concerns and have some ideas to bring those to the table, and let's see what we can do, and let's clean house, and let's do a better job in 2 years when we're electing chapter officials, and then 4 years from now when we're again electing a new president and council delegates. And so when we get there, let's pave a good road to walk down, and something that our people understand, are able to see very clearly and very transparent, a very transparent process. And we got to do it for our elders and for our youth, for our upcoming leaders. So I just want to make that statement because it's really critical that we look at that, and we look at it very soon and very quickly as one of the top priorities of our administration. And then the second thing is that the budgeting process usually starts towards the end of February. Now we're into April, and so now the departments and through this month and next month should be looking at their priorities, how they're going to spend their monies in 2016. And all of that should be debated now, should be discussed now, and with the up through the division, and then in a couple of months for us to review it, look at it. And it's really important, the budgeting process, because that budgeting process should reflect the priorities of the administration. And we want to let everybody know that we will tackle that very quickly and very soon. And already I'm sure there are people that are looking at their 2016 budget, and we want to spend our money that will give us the largest and the best return. Meaning that when we spend money, we ought to be able to really help and serve our people at the highest level. And let's not revert any money back.
Yes.
Let's not do that, because we've seen that. Every penny that comes to the nation should be spent for the purpose for which we received it. So the budgeting process is very important. It's a high priority, because it's when you look at your checkbook and you see where you spend your money, and that tells you what your priorities are. And so we look at where the nation spends its money. It will tell us where the nation's priorities are. And I hope that it will be in providing service to our people. And we will make sure that it is. And not only our people, but business owners and others like that. So, Aron Dinda, we need to begin working very closely with our county, state, and federal government. All those agencies, a lot of them have been waiting and wanting to see who will be leading out the Navajo Nation. And then tribal groups around the nation, they have been also waiting. Who do we need to sit down with? We have issues out there with tribes around the nation. Those are here, like the Hopi Nation and the Hikria, the Apache nations, and other tribes around the country. And they want to sit down and talk to somebody that's a president, vice president. And that same thing is true at the state level. We are always, and there's always ongoing negotiation for various things like gaming on the Arizona side, and other things, other issues that are out there that are ongoing. And they want to have the president, vice president sitting at the table giving their input to these processes. And the same thing with our federal government. We have the budgeting process is already started at the federal level. with the BIA budget, and then upcoming with other budget like roads, the priorities in roads, with IHS, all of those are coming up. And so these are really important issues that impact our nation, that bring revenue to our people, that provide service to the people out there. And the biggest thing that we push for also is collaboration, is that we don't want any of the programs working in silo. And we've done that too long, because people will say, well, that's not my responsibility. That's those guys' responsibility over there at that office. And then others will say, well, that's that person's responsibility. We're not going to function and work that way. We're going to collaborate. We're going to work together. We're going to share resources. We're going to share strategies, make sure that everybody knows which way we're headed. All division programs, directors, we want to make sure that we understand the direction that we want to take this nation, that we're on the same page. And for too long, we just kind of worked separately. And but now we're going to merge together and make sure that everybody understands that we will be talking to each other, we'll be communicating, and we'll be sharing resources. And it's not just within the nation, but talking about Navajo Nation enterprises and corporations. All of us, and move the nation forward. I think it will be, you'll see soon the day when the leaders from the enterprises are sitting together, and corporation and division directors and certain programs directors, and talking about what do we do to move the nation forward. How do we collaborate? How do we tackle roads issues, water issues? How do we tackle the need for more electricity and those types of things? How do we start up businesses? How do we create jobs for our people out there? How do we fund our youth that want to go to college? Because let me tell you, if you don't invest in your youth and prepare for the future, you're not going to get there. You will always flounder. You're not going to advance, because you need to really get behind our youth, and because they are the future, and we need to put our monies there and make sure that they are served. And then we're ready. We've been already putting our strategies together. We have vision statement, mission statement. We have a plan of operation for the divisions, and the people that we're hiring, we're saying to them, this is your vision, this is your mission statement. These are some critical plans that we want you to achieve within the time that you serve in that position. And if you can do that and commit to it, we'll most likely will hire you. Because so we're ready to move forward with that, and we're really excited about the people that are responding. Because it's not the budget or job description or structure and plan of operation that moves a nation forward. It's the people that are in those positions. They're the ones that move the nation forward. They're the ones that make things happen. It's not the money, it's not the plan, the strategies, but it's people that move the nation forward. So you got to have the right people in the right position, and you can make things happen much quicker that way. So we're excited about these people that we're bringing forward, and I think the nation out there will really be maybe surprised in some ways, but I think they will be really I think they will be reassured that we met what we said when we say that we are moving in a new direction with new people and new leadership. So again, thank you for coming out to and spend time with us. But before that, touching that should say do a she that should not even not call a quarter ask or call president or vice president see lead or ego shin is net. So again, thank you for coming out, and so we'll just turn it over to y'all and ask questions, and we'll respond back, and so we're ready.